Good evening, Lamias and Ghouls. This is Konami, the game. I know there's a lot of hate for Konami these days, but back in the day, they published some great games, some wonderful games, such as this one. This is Castlevania Dracula X. We are going to wait for the story to start here, because there is a bit of a backstory to this game. This game is, if you don't know, it's basically the US version of Rondo of Blood, although Rondo of Blood does have a few differences. I like Rondo of Blood better, but anyways. Transylvania, the Middle Ages. An evil darkness had befallen the land, giving rise to the sinister vampire legends. Until now, the people of Transylvania had grown accustomed to their peaceful existence, secure in the knowledge that their famed hero, Simon Belmont, had sealed the fate of Count Dracula several hundred years prior. Oh my god, I'm sick, that's why my voice sounds weird. I have a cold. Wicked townsfolk, possessed by the darkness, conspired to revive the King of Blood. You mean like Simon's Quest? Dracula, now undead once more, plotted to exact revenge upon the descendant of the family that destroyed him, Richter Belmont. The Prince of Evil viciously attacked the town with his unholy legion. He snatched away Richter's girlfriend, Annette, and her sister, Maria. Imprisoning them in his vile castle, he lies in wait for Richter to attempt a rescue. Richter, burdened by his destiny, left for Dracula's castle with his legendary ancestral whip, the determination to save his loved ones, and the resolve to send Dracula to eternal damnation once and for all. You may have heard the music in the beginning there. Oh, and there's the classic scene, a Belmont standing in front of the castle with his whip brandished. Yes, again, this is Castlevania Dracula X. I'll get into some of the stuff I want to talk about this game as we start, so let's go ahead and start a new game. Released 1995. This is an SNES game, as I said before. Rondo of Blood was never officially released here until the PSP version of which came with Dracula X Chronicles, which was Rondo of Blood, which was like a redone version of the original game, and then it also had Symphony of the Night. Oh, here we go. I've been practicing this game because I want to get this out, because wouldn't you know, it's already Halloween. And by Halloween, I mean it's October, so it's the same thing. There's these scoliosis ape men. I feel bad for them, really, but what are you going to do? The first enemy of the game. Usually you see like the zombie ghost ghoul guys. One really interesting thing is if you pick up a sub-weapon, as you saw there, when I had the knife, and I picked up the axe, the knife came down, or came out of my pocket, or so it would seem. What that does, it just basically means that you can pick up that sub-weapon if you didn't want to pick up the other one that came out of the candle or whatever, if you accidentally did it. Although they do work ways around that way, or around that, like, if you pick up a weapon you don't want, it can sometimes, like, jump into a pit or something like that, so you just gotta be careful. But it is really nice that they give you that option to re-pick up something if you didn't want, like, the specific item. It's not as big a deal in this game as it is in the older Castlevania games. Like, for example, having the holy water in the first Castlevania game is like a huge... I mean, it's either... It could be a game... What am I trying to say here? Your fate could decide whether you're going to win or lose depending on which thing you have. For example, as I just said, the holy water in Castlevania 1 is like way overpowered. In this game, honestly, I like it the least. My favorite weapon to use is the axe, so we're going to try and use that as much as we can throughout the game. Even up to Dracula, because Dracula is in this game, obviously. That's the whole goal of any Castlevania game, is to beat Dracula. Can't think of any game where that's not the main goal, but yes. Oh, there's just so many great things about this game. I really love this game. One thing I should probably start off with, aside from the music, because the music is great, but I'll talk about that more in a little bit. This track in particular, actually. I'll hang on first. We're going to see the behemoth there. No, we want that. Okay, we know it's fine. We can have the cross for the first boss of this. It's fine. It's actually more useful, I think, to have the cross in the first boss of this level, or the first boss of the game. You don't have to worry about fighting that guy. You may think, oh, he's chasing us, we're going to have to run to a dead end or something and fight him or whatever. Don't worry about it. And if I'm making this game seem easier than it looks, well, first of all, it's only the first level. Second of all, I've been practicing, like I said. I had never beat this game until earlier today. And I know, well, actually I never had this game, of course, because it's a super hard game to find. So yeah, that's a thing. I have beaten Rondo of Blood on the PSP though. Oh, but like I was gonna say, there's the first boss. My favorite Belmont, Richter Belmont. Why is he my favorite? Well, I don't know, I just think he's super cool. So there's not a whole lot of strategy to this guy, besides the only thing... Oh shit, we're gonna die. Well, that's fine. Maybe not, we'll see. I'm not too worried about it, really. I know there is going to be some failure in this, so I'm not expecting to make it out of here unscathed. It will be a tough LP. I don't know how it's going to go, but it's... I mean, you know, the whole key to any Castlevania game is just practice. It's really not that big of a deal once you get used to it. Like, I find... When I first started playing this game, like, when I first downloaded it months ago, I think it was March is when I first got it. Oh, there we go. Did it. Without taking a death. I found, like, everything was just so difficult. Even the first boss, I mean, I was having so much trouble with that. But in classic Castlevania fashion, you get the orb, which refills all your life, and you go on to the next level. But, as I said, Richter Belmont is my favorite Belmont, so it's really cool to be playing as him. Again, it's a similar story with Rondo of Blood. It's technically the same story, but there are a few changes in the game. What are we up to on time here? We're still doing okay. Alright. I'm kind of far away from my computer, because I have my TV turned in a certain direction. My computer's in another spot. It's just, yeah, I don't know. But none of that matters. Anyways, the music. Oh, well, here's another epic tune that you may remember in just a moment. It is, of course, the classic Vampire Killer. Again, sorry for my voice, I'm just getting over a cold. It's really annoying when I get colds because it's like, well, I mean, it's annoying for anybody when they get colds, I guess, but... mine usually only lasts like a day or so. Because I woke up with like a sore throat Saturday morning, I believe it was. And it just got progressively worse throughout the day. Which obviously sucks. But then, I don't know, it kind of got better over the night, and it's getting better now, but now I've just got like that. The aftermath, you know, when you get cold and you have like coughs and sneezes and stuff, and like, I mean, I don't usually cough that much when I have colds, but I get really sneezy, which is really, I mean, I like sneezing, I think I mentioned that before, it's fun. I don't know why I think it's fun, I just do. Can't believe I missed that guy there. Can't believe how well I'm doing. I shouldn't be jinxing myself there though, because, yeah, I shouldn't. There's just so much I need to explain about this game too, because one thing I haven't even shown off is the backflip like that. That is a very handy thing to have. I didn't even know that was a thing for quite a while. And there's another instance of keeping the sub-weapon we wanted by not taking the one that we're... You know what I mean. Not having to be forced to take the one that we accidentally grabbed. But as you may notice, there is no time limit in this game. This is the pause screen here. There's the score. Every 20,000 points, I believe it's the same in the first Castlevania. Every 20,000 points will get you another life. So, using those ghouls that were just down in the thing there, in the main hallway, it's a good way to grind for lives if you want to. They put those throughout like a couple of the levels, like the first one and the last one too. Man, look how many hearts we got, jeez. Oh, I remember when I first started this too, I thought this hallway was the biggest bitch in the world. I was like, how the hell do you do this? Because these spear guys are just douchebags. They remind me of like the ninja guys from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle arcade game on the NES. Although those guys were much easier than these guys. One thing to know is just to make sure you take note of how many hits you're giving them, because they can take up to 5 hits before they die. So, and using the backflip is a very good way to avoid their attacks. You can you know, telegraph their attacks because you can see them charging up to whip you with their spear. Actually, no, we're gonna keep that. Okay, we're gonna need that. So go away, Cross. But you don't want. But I get overzealous and just try and keep whipping them as much as I can. They can block too as well. You want to stay like the max distance you can away from them, and still be able to hit them. See, like that, I totally screwed that up. I knew I was gonna get hit there because I turned and jumped away instead of just backflipping. Like, oh, fuck, I did it again. Oh well, it's fine. He's dead now. There should be some turkey somewhere up here too, I believe. I can't remember exactly. God, do not fall down there, you son of a bitch. Okay, there we go. But, okay, on to a new subject. The music. The first track from the first level of this game. And it was also in the beginning opening credits scene, too. Come on. Let's just do this then. Oh, that sound indicates we got another life, so that's nice. These guys only take 3 hits. Anyways, the music. The first track of the first level, and the opening sequence. It is used in the opening sequence of Castlevania 64. If you watch my videos, you know how much I love that game. Oh yeah, there's some turkey right in where that eye guy showed up. We'll get it after, though, because there's 2 of those guys. If there's any silences, that's just me clearing my throat, because I'm super phlegmy. Nobody wants to hear that, but hey, that's what it's like when you get a cold, so there it is. I just really wanted to do this, too, record this LP, because, well, it's Halloween, well, October, Halloween, it's the same thing. Well, we're actually at max ammo, 99 hearts. Would you look at that? So here's this boss. Yeah, Castlevania 64, the opening theme. Oops, I did not mean to do that. That's another thing. Every sub-weapon has their own special attack. If you press X, it uses a certain amount of... Shit. No, 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 we can't do this now. We can't die. We can't die. Because we'll get a good score at the end of this. Not that score matters, but it kind of does, because... Shit. I knew I shouldn't have jumped there. I knew that's this pattern. And there goes all those hearts that we had. Oh, that's such a slap in the face. Down to 6 hearts, or 10 hearts. Why did I say 6? Son of a bitch. See, now that roast beef isn't going to even do anything for us. Well, it is, because we've already taken damage. But I think there is... Is there not an axe up here somewhere? As with any side-scrolling Castlevania game, there are a lot of awkward patterns for the flying enemies, such as those stupid eyes, and the Medusa heads you saw earlier. And then there's the bats and the crows. Oh, the flying enemies are just the worst thing in the world. In this type of game. Oh, come on, don't even start with me, Junior. Honestly, this is the boss I'm worried about the most, because... For some reason, I just have such a difficult time with this boss. I don't know why. It's just something about it. I mean... Its pattern is really easy to follow. And I really would have liked to have the axe for this. It's best to stay over on the right side here and just hit him while you can from far away. Oh, but those knives are so weak, though. And we're out of knives. Great. This is down to the vampire killer. Thankfully, there's only... I mean, I guess it would be nice to have upgrades to the whip. But we don't have to worry about that. Like, we don't have to worry about needing them. Shit. Because as I was going to say, there are no... Shit. There are no upgrades to the whip in this game. No, 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 no! Please, we have to hit him. Come down here. Fuck, no! Well. Here we go, folks. Honestly, I think this is the hardest part of the game to me. I mean, there are... Shit. How could we be down with that much health already? Jeez. Well, probably because I'm making an ass of myself now. Also because it's not easy to do this without the axe. The axe is, I think, the strongest of the sub-weapons. What was I just saying? Oh, the whip. Yeah, there's no upgrades to the whip, which is nice because you don't have to worry. Because like in the original Castlevania game, you needed to have like the upgraded whip fully upgraded to, you know, to stand a chance against anything, but not this one. So the sub-weapons play a much bigger role, I think, in this game. Don't you dare. As you can see, you just gotta keep hitting this. You can hit the small bats as much as you want too, which really helps. I don't know if it does less damage, but every time you hit the big bat, he does split off into the tiny bats. So, dude, you son of a fuck! We have one life left. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm dying to this thing. This is ridiculous. This is embarrassing. Can I go back down there and get... What was the last screen anyway? Let's go see. Is that... Please be an axe. Oh, it's a heart. Another thing to note is that the health will respawn in this game. Like if you just leave the screen and go back to it. So that's really handy. Handy Andy. Oh god. Oh fuck, I didn't mean to do that. Now we just have to run. You son of a dick. Okay, let's just... We gotta beat it this time. If we don't beat it this time, I don't even know what to tell you. Oh, don't hit it. Okay, I'm just gonna concentrate. We're not gonna do it. I have no faith. I mean, this is the first boss of the first Castlevania game. Like, this should not be this hard. Oh shit, trapped myself. Oh shit, you son of a bitch. Okay, he's gonna die now. And that's another thing I wanted to mention, is all the bosses, they do have like a death move, like a whatever you call it, desperation attack. So you want to be away from them. That guy exploded into tiny little bats, so that was that. One thing you want to watch out for. Oh my god, my throat is ridiculous. Okay, that's it for this episode of Let's Play Castlevania Dracula X. I am Shenji. I will see you next time for Dracula X for our Halloween LP. Thank you for watching, and see you later.